By the way, y'all remember the video we were looking at where they were talking about the Green Man? And, in that video that I shared with y'all on Shaking My Head Productions, I hope y'all watched it, talked about green was a color of Satan. And in James Bond, there was that Mr. Green. Also, there's Mr. White and Mr. Green. And I don't want to look at that right now because I want this to be, well, we can look at it right now. Mr. Green, James Bond, Spectre, Dominic Green. So that was the guy's name. I think they were trying to kill early on in the movie, or the first guy they were trying to kill. Yeah, okay, that was Dominic Green. That was him, Mr. Green. So, and it said that item we watched where green was the color of Satan. I don't think Satan has one color. The Bible is very clear. It's purple and scarlet. So I think we just need to stick to the biblical fact. Don't put the word stick and Bible together. Toy boat. But so let's go back to the March 19th theory. That's just possible. I'm looking at it strongly just because of stepdaughter's number has the 138 for Trump in it, the 88 and the 86, and how the 21st is the 80th day of the year. No Time to Die came out on October 10th. I'm sorry, October 8th for Oct 888. But it also does come to an 8 times 10 is an 80, and that's the 80th day of the year is the 21st. So here is another factor. There's a video we watched last week. I believe it was from Shaking My Head Productions that I went over briefly. I didn't go over the whole video, but it talked about dies. Who was it? Oh, there's something, and we know it related to the Antichrist. Dies in the fall and winter and rises in the spring, summer. And we said, well, that opens us up really nicely there. And March 19th is winter. The following day is spring. And then you have 321, which is the 80th day and the first full day of spring. So, you are going from dying in winter and rising in the spring. And then if we were to kick in 40 days after that, hang on just a second. That would only be 26 days later, the next full moon. Not 40 days later. So it'd be 26 days later as far as any type of ascending. And the following full moon is also May 16th. So our full moons are, of course, we had one on the 16th. Then we're going to have one on March 18th, the worm moon. That's the day before the 19th, by the way. Then you've got, so it's 16, 18, 16, 16, 14. Then it starts dropping. 13, 11, 10, 9, 8, and 7. That's the normal thing it does after you get through the crazy February month. That's very short with a calendar, because it was dropping already with the wolf moon on the 17th, and then it dropped one to the 16th in February. But then it goes up to, because of the short month, and then it starts dropping again. But where it's March 18th, then April would be 17th. Okay. So then May would be 16th, and May is 16th. You just have 2 16ths because it's very late in the day. And then this one is extremely early in the morning, the flower full moon. And so if we kick it back to May 16th, that's a 56-day time frame. If you were really trying to make it 40 days, oh yeah, don't forget how strongly we're looking at April 5th. And look at that, on April 6th is the 40-day mark. Do y'all remember why I was looking so strongly at April 5th? That's a lot to explain, and it's all that personal stuff. But it had to do with the amount of days my stepdaughter and I were apart. 7/6/1961. And then she is 3/19/1998. And you got the 1/3/405 for April 5th. So, and remember, somebody that I knew was 1/3/405 days this past January 12th. And my stepdaughter was the exact opposite amount of days away from the distance between me and that was on January 12th, where we had that super crazy anomaly between two people that I know very well. And the days old they were flip-flopped with the distance they were from being alive, like their amount of years old flip-flopping with the amount of years distant from me, if I'm not mistaken. It was something like that. So I found the email that I had sent to Mike, and I just put stepdaughter was 8,700 days old on January 12th this past year. Me and Mayday, somebody born May 1st, 1985, were 8,700 days apart. My stepdaughter was 8,700 days old on that day. Now you go to, also on May 12th, May Day, was 1/3/405 days old, and my stepdaughter and I are 1/3/405 days apart. So that was like a supernatural occurrence, just like the whole supernatural occurrences with the 627 127s all the way down the middle of my number, second wife's number, you know, the mother of my stepdaughter, and then we would times it by a year. And next year, of course, it changes to 628 128, but it'll be right down the middle for eternity. It's like it's in that type of rotation. So this was another bizarro supernatural mathematical, you know, and so if you look at, and my stepdaughter is 3 times 19 times, she has 138 for Trump. She has the 88 and the 86. 86ing of the 88. So I think we have to pay attention to her numbers. And she and I are 1/3/405 days apart. So 405 is April 5th. And when you key in the April 5th, remember Jesus died, rose on the third day, and ascended 40 days later. You do then get, when you work out that type of math, you do get back to wherever we were. If he was to go down on April 5th, And then you throw in the May, let's just throw in May 15th, which is right at that full moon. I can't win for losing, can I? I don't know what's going on with me and my brain. It's the exact 40 days. The full moon, 15th or 16th. You follow what I'm saying? Full moon is full 24 hours before, 24 hours after. You know, it's basically a 48-hour event. 24 hours before and 24 hours after. It's exactly full. It's exactly full for 1 minute. So from the 15th through the 17th, it'll basically be a full moon. Astrologers will tell you that, you know, you feel the effects of the full moon and all that, you know, stuff. So we just have to you know, we're also going to be paying attention to April 5th, just to put it bluntly. You just have to. But that's him dying. That would be him dying in the spring. So the 19th is definitely ranked way ahead of it with him dying in the winter. Anyway, that's it. Just wanted to share that with you, that if he goes down on the 19th and he would rise on the 21st, that would be death in the winter and rising in the spring. All right. Love y'all very much.